How do you tap into your power? It all starts with knowing it's already there. You are your own superpower. There is no one like you. Each one of us has a power inside of us that we need to trust in, believe in, and tap into. I am Alexa Nisi, and in this series of Within You, I'm going to help you tap into your inner power in order to live your freaking best life now. So, the last question is, are you ready? Hey guys, it's Alexa again, and I am so excited. This is episode number 2, so literally watched yesterday's episode, picking out all the things I could do better, but also really proud that I finally got it out there. I realize that I say you know a lot, and I also talk a lot with my hands, but that's to be expected because I am Italian. I have a little Spanish in there too, but mostly Italian. So today we're going to be talking about how to stay positive when there's so many challenges that go your way. Like sometimes life is pretty much like a ton of bricks hitting you all at once, and how do you stay positive during those times? So first, what we'll do is I'll give you guys, an inside scoop on my life these past 2 months, which has been pretty much that. It's been a lot of curveballs just being thrown and how I'm remaining to stay positive. And then after that, because everyone's different, everyone deals with things differently, and there's so many solutions to that, I'm going to go into just general tips that people can take when life is just not doing them good. So let's go right into these past 2 months. These past 2 months have been an interesting ride. It all started with me getting COVID. So crazy. I'm such a hypochondriac, like when it comes to not feeling well, and I'm so in tune with my body that when I feel off, I just know that I'm off. So after like 3 times of getting a negative test, I felt weird one morning at a coffee shop, and I was doing work. I was on FaceTime with my brother. We have a business. And during that, I'm like, I actually need to go. I felt it in me. I'm like, I have to go get a test. Got positive. Anyway, stuck 10 days in my room by myself. It was nice to finally take a break because I'm a person that's just go, go, go. But at the same time, like, isolation was just terrible. I think that was even worse than the virus. Thank God that I didn't have any crazy symptoms. I'm okay. After the week of quarantining, I felt really tired, really weak, which was hard on my mental state because, like I said, I'm always on go, 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 and I love going to the gym. I love doing those things. So for that to be pulled away from me, it was hard. So in quarantine, I decided to get my mom a dog because simultaneously during this time, we were trying to move into a new house. We were waiting for a closing date. We were paying so much money just to stay in our old house a day, and my mom was doing it alone. So she also needed our help. So anticipating that now I'm gonna need to help her with this new house, I was very, very nervous. Hold on one second. My brother is talking really loud. Coach Mike! Hello? Coach Michael? Michael!
Yeah. Alright, cool.
Best coach on Staten Island.
Alright. Sounds good. You gonna do it?
Michael, I'm literally in the midst of fucking recording the channel. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that. Where was my train of thought? Yes. So now I have a financial thing that I need to pull through. The whole thing is my stepdad and my mom have experienced some issues, and now my mom had to start with this new house on her own. She's finally, like a week after we finally got the closing date, we moved into the house, my mom and my siblings and Tessie the dog, Cavapoo. And in that week, kid you not, of course, the oven didn't work. For the new oven we got, didn't work for a week, so now we were paying extra for the oven. Then the sewage backed up. Crazy, like all of these things came out of nowhere. Sewage backed up. After that, we had to get an exterminator for ants that were coming. I don't know if it was for the dog's food or what was going on. After that, the air condition didn't work, so like it was 90 degrees in my house. Totally forgot, by the way, my car broke down I think 4 times in these past 2 months. I've spent a lot of money, still not fixed. My car's at the mechanic right now, so I'm using my brother's car. Crazy. So, and on top of all these things, we have our mental thoughts. It's not even just the physical, the scenario, the situation that's going on. It's also the thoughts. So I know that I have so much power within me, but to decide where I put that power has always been my difficulty, because when you could do so many different things, sometimes, you know, you get confused and you're scared to like make that next step. So those things were going through my brain. You know, feeling tight on money and trying to decide like how we're gonna make it has been going through on my brain. And then unfortunately, with all of those emotions at the same time, like I felt so upset that I couldn't work out to my highest ability because of the fatigue I was feeling from COVID. And there was a lot of negative energy in my house because of all the things going on. You know, not everyone reacts to these situations in a calm way or a patient way or with perspective. So you're dealing with a lot of perspectives in the house. There's 5 of us in the house, and then 6 makes my little puppy. So with that said, it's been rough. And there was a point during all of this that I was just like, I feel myself getting very anxious, getting really down. I don't want this to go further. I don't want this to go further. I feel like my fitness, you know, journey wasn't going good. I was not running. My workouts felt blah. I just felt blah. And I was just sitting in this. I couldn't even get myself to journal. And literally I just had to say, I was like, listen, the only way out is taking control on what I can control and doing and finding solutions that I can to the most pressing issues. So knowing all that, I think my first issue was money, like being tight on money. What can I do? So instead of like, you know, going crazy and just focusing on the issue, I'm like, let's focus on a solution. All right. So that's the first thing. When things go crazy, embrace it. You know, cry, scream, do whatever you need. Like literally my venting goes from yelling about it. My Staten Island accent like comes out crazy. I start being like, you know, this, it's insane. You know, maybe one day I'll do a video on my accent. It comes out. I get angry. I get upset. Then the second thing is crying. Then I cry. And then the third thing is I laugh. And then the fourth thing is I try to think of a good way to think about the situation. Literally, that's like the spectrum of what happens with everything. And like the term when it rains, it pours, like that's what's been happening. It's been pouring all over the place. It's been downpouring, and I've been trying to get this umbrella and like lift myself up. And I'm also a person that lifts other people up. I'm a personal trainer, I'm a dance teacher. And I'm also just a person that people come to for positivity, for love. And I haven't had anything to give as much. Like, it's been a struggle. I've been trying to push, like, the weight, like, almost like the ceiling crashing down. Like, I've been trying to stay afloat. And finally, the things that I decided to do, it's all about a choice, is number 1, find solutions. So first thing, money tight. I'm going to put more time with my brother. We're going to talk more. Let's devise a plan on how to market our business in a way that is going to attract people, how to fulfill our clients even better that we have. So number 2, and number 3, let's make a schedule. Let's get organized. This will help me get more money from our business and help the business scale. Number 1. Number 2, start the freaking YouTube channel. It has nothing to do about money, but it's going to make me feel like I'm going in the direction that I want to go in. I think doing nothing is the hardest thing. Like acting in these when you're feeling like off is the best thing to do. Sometimes, don't get me wrong, like take a day, take 2 days to just relax and like sit with your feelings, but there needs to come a point where you're like, okay, I need to go take a walk outside. I need to do something for me. One of my biggest anxieties, like I said, was the career thing. So instead of just thinking and thinking and thinking, let's devise. You know, what I did was, this is, I guess, the second solution to this issue. I wrote a list of what I want my 30-year-old Alexa to be. I was also reading this book, highly recommend it. It's called The Defining Decades: How to Make the Most of Your 20s Now by Meg J. And it says PhD in the end. Incredible book. Literally calmed my nerves, made me feel like so in control also, because there were so many people relating and saying the things that I was saying in her book. And yeah, so I was doing that, and then after I read the book, I was writing notes, and I wrote a whole thing of what 30-year-old Alexa would want to look like and would want to feel like, and where she would want to live, what she would want to be doing, all that stuff. So that made me feel like, okay, I could eliminate this, I could eliminate that, I could eliminate this. This is something I want to focus on. All right, nothing's going to be certain in life. I'm going to take the jump and email that graduate school, or I'm going to take the jump and start this YouTube channel. So I did both. I started the YouTube channel and I emailed a graduate program that I was very interested in. More to come on that later. Don't worry, I'll have a whole episode to talk about that. So all in all, I am doing better. Not every day is easy. There are more highs, more lows. But that's what life is, and it's all about how we react to our conflict that defines us. And I think it's a practice. Since I was younger, I've been going through things, and like I said, more on that in another episode. And it's just a practice and a habit of making reactions to issues better and serve your highest self. So for me to react about, my car breaking down again, like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. What is this gonna do? Like, I can't believe this. I don't have the money to fix this. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Is just a lot. How is that helping the situation? Seriously. Yeah, like all of these things have been going wrong, and I'm starting to think, Italians watching this will get it, that I got the malocchia. But, sitting in this is not doing me any better. So I gotta look towards solutions. I gotta approach the situation from what can I learn from this situation. So that was like a whole bunch of information. But without further ado, I'm gonna give you guys just a little bit about some tips for you guys generally, because the tips that I gave that helped me out might not be the tips that help you out, because we're all different and we all deal with things differently. And obviously you guys did not go through this situation, maybe something like that. And if you are going through like a whole when it rains it pours situation right now, comment below, because I feel you. So hang on tight, wait a second, and I'll get right back to just some general tips on what to do, how to stay positive, how to keep the ceiling up when it feels like it's crashing down. Okay, so I'm back again. I decided to get a little bit more intimate look in the camera because, change it up a bit. So some tips. What do you do to stay positive when things just seem not going your way? Number 1, find solutions. So we said that one before, but yeah, embrace your feelings. Don't feel bad for going through the things you're going through. Life sometimes sucks. Shit happens. Let's find solutions. What are things that are going to make you feel better? Leading into step 2, Do things that make you feel good and feel happy. For me, that's dance, that's working out, that's going on a run, that's visiting the beach, that's going to the city, like talking to a friend that gets me on all levels. Like those are the things that make me feel really good. Or honestly, having a freaking hot, melty cookie with some gelato, have to say. So do that. Do something that makes you happy. And I get it. I understand sometimes when you're in that mental state, you don't have it in you to do anything. Give yourself some time, but know at some time, like, you have to sometimes do something even when you don't feel like it, and sometimes your emotions, your feelings will catch up to you. I know that when I'm going through something, sometimes my appetite's low. It's actually scientifically proven that when you're feeling like depression or just feeling upset or sad about something and things are going wrong, appetite does go low. Sometimes putting a plate of food right in front of you might help. Like I said, everyone's different, but these are just things that you could possibly do. Number 3, surround yourself with people that make you feel good, that hype you up, that love you. I know not everyone has those people, but maybe it's a YouTube channel, maybe it's an influencer, maybe it's a show that you connect with the characters, and like every time you watch the show, you feel so good. Do that. Number 4, surround yourself with the light, the sun, yellow. Like when I was going through things in college, like I had yellow everywhere. It became my favorite color. It helps. Literally, colors help, scientifically proven again. Number 5, I think that's what we're up to. Talk about it. Talk about it. You could keep it to yourself. I know like sometimes talking about it is scary because you're vulnerable and you're actually showing people like, my life's not perfect like it does look on Instagram, and like I'm struggling and I don't know what to do about it. But you know what? Releasing it is the best therapy. That's why when you go to therapy sessions, you talk about things. That's why dance and fitness sometimes feels like a therapy, because you're releasing your stress through movement. Number 5. Yeah, I think we're up to 5. I'm losing track, guys. Number 5. When you're feeling like so many things are going wrong, take one thing at a time. Think about one thing at a time. When we start to, add things on top of each other, man, it starts to get really overwhelming. Number 6, this is really funny, but take ashwagandha, okay? This is a stress vitamin. Now, you don't need to take it, but I'm telling you guys, it helps. Chamomile tea is another thing that calms and soothes. Not everyone's a tea person. Hydrate, drink a lot of water. That's going to help you. When you're worrying and not drinking and not staying hydrated, your health and physical health go down, which makes you feel even more like shit. Okay, next number, because I forget what we're up to. Yes, I did say talk to a friend, but talk to yourself. Journal. Write things down. That's another way to release your feelings and what's going on. And then the next one, scream, yell, jump, literally do that. Like, it's okay. Like, things are going to get better, but feel the pain, don't bury it, embrace it, and then once again, back to number 1, find solutions and know that you're gonna get through it. Some people say you're gonna get through this, and it annoys me because it's like, how do you know that? But it's a choice. Like, the way I see my issues is, I'm gonna get through this because there's no other choice. Like, there's no other way I want to get out of here. Like, I want to get through this. So being able to say that and know that you do have a control in some sense makes it all the more true. Take control of what you can control. Whether that's your fitness journey, whether that's how much money you can make, whether that's, choosing to smile today and making someone else feel good because it's going to make you feel good. You got to do what you got to do. And then another thing, take a break. Take a break. Watch Netflix. Go out if you have the privilege to. Do those things. Talk to your friends. Hang out. Like, those things are necessary to feel better. So if you're watching this and life has been sucking in some ways, even if it's a lot or a little, I hope that you find the courage to do one of those steps, to find one of those solutions, and to rise. It's going to be hard. No one said it was easy, but you have a choice. Comment below if you need extra support. I'm here for you. Tune in for tomorrow's episode. The topic is a surprise. Can't wait for my life. Bye.